What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy afternoon to all. Welcome to this week's edition of In Philly Sports. Time for the fans to come on in and we hang out. We talk some Philly sports or sports in general, whatever is on your minds here today. Start of another brand new week. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend as well as a jam-packed weekend for Philly sports fans, highlighted mainly by the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll talk about whatever's on your mind this past weekend. Obviously, we saw not one, but two games for James Harden in his debut weekend as a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. Of course, the Philadelphia Union started off their season as well on Saturday, not the way we anticipated, a rough round for the Union on Saturday afternoon. Of course, the Philadelphia Flyers as well got a victory as well. They snapped a 6-game losing streak. They don't continue that losing streak, and they continue on, and hopefully we can get a little bit of a run. Got some players potentially coming back. There is a question mark about how we are handling young prospects. But overall, it's definitely pretty solid. No updates here with the MLB lockout, pretty much. Still at a standstill. We're supposed to get closer. The way I look at it, it doesn't feel like we're getting any closer to an end of this lockout, which definitely sucks. Bryce Harper mentioned frustrations out on Instagram story. If you guys saw the TikTok that I put up there, of course, Bryce is already threatening by mentioning, hey, a possibility of Bryce playing in Japan. That's definitely something we don't want to see. But it's definitely getting serious, guys. It is definitely getting serious. So welcome, everyone, to In Philly Sports. We'll discuss whatever's on your mind, guys. So send on over your comments, your questions, your concerns. I just threw in the link in the comments section of YouTube, and I think it goes out to Twitter too. You guys can copy paste, come on in here. We can discuss whatever's on your mind. It's just a time for you guys to hang out. And same thing for TikTok. If you guys want to do the TikTok together, we can definitely do that. But of course, you guys can come in here. I'll be reading the comments. If you guys have any questions, we welcome all here. Not just Philly sports fans. If you are a Dallas Cowboys fan, a Boston Celtics fan, a New York Red Bulls fan, a New York Mets fan, a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, we welcome you guys. You guys are more than welcome to come on here. We could definitely discuss what is going down here. So what's happening TikTok. Guys, if you're new here, make sure you guys keep tapping that screen away. Make sure you guys follow as well for some more Philly sports content in general. We welcome all, like I mentioned here. What's up, Don? What's going on there, brother? What's happening, guys? YouTube and you make sure you hit that like button, subscribe as well. What's happening, guys? Thanks so much for tuning on in. Logan, Chelsea lost on Pens in the EFL Cup, but the Sixers are red hot. Logan is in on Chelsea right now. Big news out of the Prem. If you're mentioning the Prem, this is actually big news, especially it could be connected with Brendan Aronson. Leeds United, who are, in my opinion, in danger of getting relegated from the Premier League. I don't, with the way Philly sports are, I don't really have time to watch Premier League these days. So I do catch up whenever I can. But apparently Leeds is close to getting relegated. Marcelo Bielsa, a legendary coach, really good coach in soccer in general, wasn't changing anything up, and he got sacked. And in comes in Jesse Marsh, the American coach who got sacked by Red Bull Leipzig a couple months ago. He was a free agent, and Leeds decided to go with Jesse. It's going to be interesting to see what Jesse does. He's definitely going to bring something different, some more different tactics, and that's probably the problem with Leeds. I know Marcelo how he is, but you got to change up the tactics here, and that should be interesting. But will this attract Brendan? I think Brendan was sold on Leeds this past transfer window. I mean, when Leeds is willing to throw up $34 million, I mean, how can you say no to that? I mean, right? So, awesome stuff. And yeah, we'll talk. Hey, yeah, Logan, if we want to talk about the Sixers, most definitely we could talk about the Sixers, my man. What's up, Rafael? What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? I'm doing great, Rafael. It's a beautiful Monday. Just getting acclimated, ready for the week. And yeah, I'm excited. Sixers got me geeking out these days. Ready for the Union. Big day tomorrow for Duke by the River. We got another episode. We've been doing really good on there. So shout out to you guys for showing some support to Duke by the River. But I'm good, man. It's good seeing you, Rafael. It's good seeing you, man. Today's the last chance I had to have a full season. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. The thoughts was, barring any miracle, today would be the final day of that lockout, and I don't think any negotiations are going to happen today, which definitely sucks, man. I want baseball back, brother. I definitely want baseball back, man. I saw UEFA ban Russia from all European competition as well as clubs. Yeah, so UEFA has banned Russia from all Euro competitions internationally and domestically. That means club wise. So pretty much Russia won't be able to qualify for the World Cup. Russian clubs will not be able to qualify for both the Champions League and Europa League, which is interesting because I have a Colombian out in Russia, one of the clubs, Zenit. They are in Europa League, and they were facing off against Real Betis, and I wonder if now they get disqualified because of this new rule. And can we get Wilmar Barrios out of Zenit, please? Wilmar Barrios is one of our best midfielders, or one of our best holding defensive midfielders in Colombia, and he's playing over with Zenit. We need him playing some regular minutes, whether that be back home in Colombia or some other league, maybe Spain or Italy. I don't know. I don't care. Just get him out. He said he wants to stay, which I just don't understand with the sanctions that just came down why you would want to stay. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Boston X is checking in. Hey, Parcero, let's go Revs. It's the first time I'm going to be watching full season. My man. It was a tough. I think they lost, right? They lost to Portland on Saturday. That was a really good game, by the way. Let me look this up. New England. Revolution. By the way, not a big fan of the Revolution new logo. And here on Google, they have both. It's just kind of funny. But the Revs, wait, what happened? Revs drew. Okay. I think Revs drew on Saturday night. Brandon Bai and Sebastian Leggett in his first matchup. Becky G's boyfriend. Shouts to Becky G. We're big Becky G people here. And my Colombian scored against y'all. Dairon Asprilla y Yamini Chara, sorry. They scored against New England, but hey, it's gonna be a tough season for New England. Probably gonna solve some players as well. What's going on, guys? Chase letting you know Celtics and what's up, Chase? Thanks for checking on in that. Just worry about getting into the playoffs, man. No, you guys will make the playoffs. I'm not worried about Boston though. What's up, Lit Boy? What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? It's good seeing you in here. Did you go to the game Saturday, Lit Boy? Was you there? Your sister's favorite 2.0. Okay. Philly right here. We are winning the chip 76ers in 4. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you. Got some Sixers love in here. We like it, man. Lit Boy checking in again. Watch Outer Banks on Netflix. What's up, Dot 69? What is that about? Outer Banks? Yeah, awesome, man. How was the time on there, man? It was chilly. It was a chilly afternoon down in Chester, Pennsylvania, man. But not the greatest showing to start off the season for the Philadelphia. We'll definitely talk about that in a second. Gonna say we are seed like 5 game back of first place. I think you guys will be the 6th seed when it's all said and done. I'd have to look at the rest of these, but I think you guys will be that 6th seed. And Brooklyn's gonna get on a streak eventually, and they'll get back into the play on the top 6. But East is tough, man. If you have a bad week, that could really be the difference of a playoff spot and a non-playoff spot in the East. It's definitely crazy right now, man. Netflix. I'll check that out. Right now, obviously, we're upset here in my household. We just finished Euphoria last night. If you don't watch Euphoria, don't do that to yourselves. It's a great show. We also been watching the Pam and Tommy on Hulu. That little new. It's kind of. I'm pretty sure it's from the same creators of the Gianni Versace one show, the O.J. Simpson versus the People one as well. I'm really into that. Like, I don't know what it's like a biopic, right? So it's like it's kind of fictional. They reenact events from the past. It's like kind of like historical, I guess, especially in media wise. The Pam and Tommy sex tape was absolutely crazy back in the '90s. I've really been enjoying that, and whatever else my girl wants to watch, pretty much. But appreciate the Netflix recommendations, man. Awesome stuff. There are at least 2 games. I think Brooklyn makes a play. I mean, it's off, makes it off playing. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think they'll be that 6th seed. I think they'll be like in the 5th seed. I think Boston will make the 6th seed. The 7 through 10 is going to be very interesting because I think those are all 4 teams that could very well fight for the 7th and 8th seeds. Look, the playing games, if it's my team, obviously if it's your team, you don't like it, right? But it adds more basketball. It adds more of an entertainment factor to it as well. And it kind of helps with the whole tanking situation as well. You don't want too many teams have been trying to tank because obviously it's what the NBA kind of puts you through. And that's why I think baseball needs to expand their playoffs and add some more teams in there to kind of help away. The tanking is never going to go away. But if you can kind of alleviate it, that'd be much better, man. Dylan's always big on this, the Philadelphia Soul. Always trying to be the advocate for the Philadelphia Soul. What's up, Philly, the podcast checking on it, man. I'm doing great, brother. I hope you're doing well. Philly podcast is going in on his Eagles talk, man. We see you out here, brother. We see you. We appreciate the content. We appreciate the grind, brother. Keep it up, man. Who wins the Western Conference? Dude, if I knew, man, I'd be a rich person by the end of this year. Nah, but I mean, listen, to me, it's definitely between Phoenix. Let's say Utah. At some point, it's got to be Utah's time, right? They have to get through. That's a really good team, and they just ran it through some bad luck. Hopefully the depth can stay the same. And losing Joe Ingles though can really be a big loss there for the Jazz. He does a lot for that team, man. It'd definitely be crazy. What's up, Preston? What's going on, brother? All right, let's go backstage and start bringing some of you guys on. And again, guys, I will put the link in the chat. You come on in and we can discuss whatever's on your mind. Your time to shine. So the link is in the chat. Same thing for TikTok. If you all want to come on in, we can discuss on here as well. Welcome to In Philly Sports. All right, let's start off with my man. Welcome, guys, to the New England Revolution 2022 MLS Cup.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man.
Yo, what's up? It's been a while.
Yeah, man, it has been a while. How you been, bro?
I've been good, just focusing on school. Trying to graduate.
Brother. Do so, man. I feel you, man.
It's stressful.
I feel you. Where so are you in high school?
Yeah. What am I? I think I'm a junior right now. I have no idea what. I'm in 10th grade.
I got you, man.
What the difference is.
Get that done. Get that done, brother. Get that done, Boston X.
Yeah, it's stressful.
I feel you, man. I feel you, man. It gets. I'm telling you, this is the easy part, though. All right, this is the easy part of life.
Yeah, and I'm just. The only thing that's getting me through is sports. Now that MLS is back, I can finally watch a full season.
Let's go, man. Are you excited for? Yeah, how excited are you for the Revs?
Excited, except I'm mad because I bought the Revs jersey when they just changed their logo, so now I got to get a new jersey.
Nah, dude, that's a thing, and this is how they get you. They will always change uniforms every year. The logo is definitely different, but it's the New England one is interesting because it was the same logo from 1996 up until now. All the original clubs from '96. So New York, which back then was New York, New Jersey Metro Stars. You had Tampa Bay, you had Columbus, you had LA, you had DC. All those teams changed their logos over time, and you guys still kept it alive. And you guys are the last to kind of change it. How do you feel about the new logo?
I mean, I don't mind it. It's just I'm used to the old logo.
Yeah, I feel you, man. It was definitely a classic look, man.
Yeah.
So what's going on, man? I watching the Celtics. They've been hot lately.
I know. I watched yesterday. We got blown out bad.
Who'd you guys lose to?
Pacers.
Really? You guys lost to the Pacers?
We got blown out bad. 120. I think it was like 129 to 104, something like that.
Yeah, I saw that. Halliburton's been looking good for the Pacers, and it looks like he was the top scorer. Wow, 120 to 107. Looks like Tatum had 24 points. Jaylen Brown had 23. Marcus Smart is back. He dropped 13. Derek White 11 off the bench. You get some bench production. I mean, Peyton Pritchard's providing some bench. Derek White's providing some bench. That's tough, man. And let's see what the Pacers did. Who is O'Shea Brissett?
I don't know, but he was good yesterday. I was mad he was making every point.
A Syracuse kid. He's 23 years old from Toronto. We got a Canadian. Okay. There's a lot of Canadians in this league these days, man. That's crazy. Okay, he's 2019. He was undrafted by the Raptors. Crazy as well. And then he was a G League product, and I guess they've been bringing him up because I think the Pacers are kind of saying goodbye to this season. That is wild, though. Oh, my God. Well, the whole starting lineup scored in double figures. Halliburton, Brogdon, Brissett, and Hield all had 20+ points. That's with that defense is rough for Boston here.
We had the best defense in the league, and then we just dropped. The best Eastern Conference defense. I think the Suns had a better defense.
Yeah, you allow them to shoot 52 from the field and 51 and a
That
half
was,
from the 3-point line. You got to get some better defense there, man. Especially you got Marcus Smart out there and Jalen Brown. It's
hey,
rough,
but
brother.
we only lost 2 out of 13 so far.
Yeah, no, you guys listen. Before the break, you guys were the hottest team. Obviously, you guys destroyed us in Philly. Was it Tuesday before the break,
I
and
remember that game.
yeah, it looked like a different team. Obviously, like we kind of were just sleeping that day. But it
Yeah.
just felt like you guys played more of a team oriented ball. And the defense looked better as well in that day. But hey, those type of games do happen. Those blimps
Yeah.
do definitely happen, man.
I hate to say it, but I don't like the Sixers, but y'all are playing good with Harden.
Even though, hey, don't say that to Brooklyn, man. The Brooklyn fans are not happy with
I
us.
have
It's
a
pretty funny. Man.
my friend in class is a Brooklyn fan, so I was like, oh, so
Oh,
how's the Simmons doing?
I
It's
want to,
funny.
dude. I just think it's ridiculous that Ben, oh, he hasn't played competitive basketball in like 8 months, and all of a sudden, he picks up a back injury. And how ironic that we are 10 days away, essentially, from
His
the
debut,
yeah, no,
Nets
well,
versus
no,
Sixers,
yeah,
Nets
Nets
versus
versus
Sixer
Sixers,
game, which
and he's
apparently
got a
he's
back
supposed to
injury.
play.
He's not playing. There's no way in hell, and I knew
I
this.
was in English. I was doing an essay. It was a topic, and I said athletes over paid fairly, and I said they get paid or they get cut. Like the Ben Simmons, they sat out and they cut $8 million from him before he got traded. I had to put in Simmons somehow.
I don't know how this is gonna work, man. I don't know. KD's not going crazy. I mean, you got Kyrie with his situation, you got Ben with the situation. It's like two mental cases, and
The
you're just
thing
trying
is,
to win basketball games.
it was 2 years ago. They were saying the Nets have the best big three, and then they trade James Harden. Kyrie's out. Kyrie's staying out because of COVID,
Well, and then like I got Nets
and
fans in
then
my
KD gets
comments.
injured.
Yeah, I got Nets fans in my comments like complaining because James Harden kind of forced his way out in a cowardly way. I mean, look, James is got to realize that he's 32. He's about to be 32 years old. There's not much time left in his prime. He wants to win a chip. Like people think he's not a competitive player. He is an ultimate competitor. He wants to win, and he looks around his broke situation. You got Kyrie with the situation at hand. KD's hurt at the moment. Why wouldn't he want to get out? And especially Philly's a great opportunity. He loves playing with those big men. I mean, he had a great relationship with Clint Capella down in Houston. Joel's playing like an MVP. He's got a relationship with Daryl Morey. It makes a complete sense for James Harden. Now, I don't like the way that Harden handled the exit out of Brooklyn, but you can't fault the guy for wanting to win a championship late in his career. They're delusional. You guys are delusional, Brooklyn, if you're watching
He
this.
had a chance in Houston, but they choked to the Warriors.
And listen, he was part of that as well. That downfall for the Rockets,
Yeah.
but he was a younger player and he's learned from that. And I think that both these players, James and Joel, have a lot to prove, and they're definitely gonna show up and show that they are
Yeah.
they can win this championship, man.
I say Sixers don't make it past Boston.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I'll tell you what. This Eastern Conference is going to be great, man. And I appreciate you coming on, my brother. We'll definitely catch up soon, all right, my man.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. It's always great catching up with our friendly Boston neck, man. But look, this Eastern Conference is going to be a lot of fun, guys. This playoffs, literally, pretty much, get your popcorn ready for every single game. Every matchup is going to be fun. I can't even tell you what the Eastern Conference final is going to be because I'll tell you what. Milwaukee, Miami, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Boston. Like these are teams that could really make it. Oh, and by the way, Atlanta's starting to figure themselves out again late into the season. Trae Young just had a 40-point game against was that Toronto on Saturday or Chicago, I forget what it was. And they're gonna have a say as well. I mean, we all slept on them last year, and then we saw what happened, Philadelphia included. And so this Eastern Conference, just buckle up, guys, because it's going to be a boatload of fun. I mean, we still got Charlotte, we still got Chicago, and Chicago is at the top of the East, if I'm not mistaken. Tonight, we got Miami versus Chicago. That's going to be a lot of freaking fun, man. A lot of freaking fun. What's up, TikTok? What's going on, guys? Where do I think Drew will go at the moment? I think Dylan, he's going to stay. I honestly think he's going to stay. I think that the Flyers asking price is not what people want to give up. And I think that he will stay here in Philadelphia, which will be interesting because obviously this team future it just does not look that bright, man. Mike, Knicks are so bad. Yeah, man, Knicks are tanking. I mean, that's a tough spot for New York, right? I mean, you guys literally were just a year away from being the 4th seed, and now you fast forward. Julius Randle looks like a different player. It seems like the team has given up on Tom Thibodeau. There was some solid individual performances yesterday. I liked Evan Fournier's game. I mean, I think he dropped like 24 points. I mean, you obviously got some good young pieces that you can build around with Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett, and I would not get rid of those players by any means. I think you build around those two players. Julius is tough. You guys have a lot. In my opinion, I think the Knicks have a lot of solid role pieces. I just don't think they have any superstar power. Maybe Randall. If you put Randall around 2 superstar players, I think he's a great third option. I mean, we didn't have Tyus Harris at the 4. I would definitely take Julius Randall at the 4 here in Philly, but we got something good here going on. But it's tough for the Knicks. I haven't been watching the Knicks, but I checked the past 2 games. Yeah, so you guys lost to Toronto on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. RJ Barrett, or no, against Miami. RJ Barrett missed like 8 free throws. That's crazy, man. Both got blown out Friday and Sunday versus Sixers and Heat. Yep, the Heat. Yep, it's rough, man. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry, man. I just don't know. It's the Knicks, man. I don't know how the Knicks can kind of get out of this, brother. I really don't, man. But like I said, just keep building around RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. Problem is, you guys don't have a pure, true point guard. You were banking on Kemba Walker, and obviously that has not happened yet. Coots the next captain. Hart gets the A. As goalies, can goalies get the A? I don't know if goalie has there a goalie been the A or the C in hockey? Be interesting. Let's see here. Who's next captain? Yeah, probably, right? I mean, who else would be the captain of this team, right? JPO. Hey, that's my initials. Is your running back good? Are you talking about? We're talking Eagles. I mean, we have running backs. I mean, you got to be specific. We don't run just one running back here. We got Miles Sanders. We got Boston Scott and Jordan Howard, even though they're restricted and unrestricted free agents. And then you got Kenneth Gainwell. So you got to be specific here, my dude. What's up, Nolik? What's happening, brother? How do I feel about the 1-1 tie? Talking Union. Listen, obviously we would want better, right? We always want better for our team. But I think that this Union team is definitely gonna a lot of things we need to work on. I think obviously defensively, it's still a pretty solid unit. Now, the goal that they allowed, that's on Olivier Bizo, mistracking that pass, and then you got Capohane just absolutely abusing Olivier Bizo again, the same thing he did last year on Nick. And that goal really was because of Bizo's mishap. And you put Jakob Glazjackele into tough spots, Kai Wagner not having enough recognition with spacing there. And yeah, so it's definitely things that need to get fixed upon. I am a little concerned about the attack. We talked about this on Twitter today. The fact that we don't have guys a shuttle midfield. We don't have Ali's pretty solid as far as creating the play up and down from the back line to the forward line. But he's obviously a little older. Leon's a little bit more concerned, and I put this out on Twitter. Leon Flock, for all my Philly sports fans who haven't gotten to the Union yet, Leon Flock is a young player who he's got from Germany. Pretty solid. Future's bright for him. He just turned 21 today. He is literally the Matisse Thybulle of the Philadelphia Union. He's a really, really good defensive player, one of the elite midfield defensive players. I think at this moment he's probably best suited as a number 6, or maybe as one of the 2 holding midfielders. But the Union want to play in this 4-4-2 diamond with the compact midfield. He's got to be able to link up the play from the back to the front, and that's the problem with him. He's not really too skilled in the attack. He's not polished there, I should say, and that's kind of an issue as well. When Mikel Ore comes in, we'll see how that probably changes up, because he's not scared of coming all the way deep and creating that hold up play, especially if you play 2 forward system with Julian Carranza. I thought Julian had a solid debut. You know, nothing crazy, but I thought it was a solid debut for Julian Carranza. But a lot of work is to be done, and it was just game 1. Minnesota's still a quality team. Now we're going up against Montreal, and I'll have a preview, and we'll talk about that throughout the week. But Montreal's going to be without their top forward and Romelu Kyoto, who, what a dumbass, decides to fight with a Orlando defender this past Saturday. The entertainment this past weekend was fantastic for the MLS, and another season starts off with a bang, and it's just adding on to the why you should watch the MLS, especially when you got baseball and a freaking lockout again. So it's a lot of freaking fun, man. If you're gonna stay a take like that, you're gonna have to back that up, Wave. But you can always explain why you think he's got to go, and how we're gonna, and you can explain to me how we're gonna let him go as well. Mr. Better thoughts on Jalen Reagor going to third season? Great question. We've talked about this already. He's not going anywhere. He's just not. I know we're sick and tired of him. I'm sick and tired of him, but you're not going to take an $8 million cap hit because we're just fed up with Jalen Reagor. I was going to say Jalen Hurts, but you're just going to have to bring him back. And I do think you got to supplement that position. You got to go out and get other receivers, free agency, draft. I think you're going to see both of them get supplemented through both of those avenues. And I think you got to go find some better wide receivers and have Jalen Reagor compete. If not, I'm okay with him staying as that fifth wide receiver. And also, we need to find a punt returner. Do not want to see him return another punt, man. Yeah, I mean, how can you be excited to watch Jalen Reagor for another season, man? Harris signed my jersey. See, that's what I'm saying now. Thank you so much, not Lexi. He's a good listen. He's a quality person. He's gonna be fine. I think people are a little bit overreacting over these first two games as a member of the Sixers, but he's gonna be fine, man. What about Quez? I like Quez as well. I think he's more of a slot receiver, and I think I think he presents more mismatches as that slot with his speed. Those hands got to get shored up. I thought there was too many drops. I thought the targets weren't there either, which is kind of tough with evaluating Quez Watkins. But I think you got to go find that big body wide receiver to put alongside Devontae Smith. Cool putting with Quez Watkins at the slot, and then go find a fourth option that can compete as well. Compete with Quez, kick Jalen Reagor out, right? So we'll definitely have to get some more there. But let's get to backstage real quick because we do go on here. TikTok, you guys want to the welcome, come on in. If not, just give me a second. I'll get back to these comments. But let's bring on Don Rafael to Oi in Philly Sports. What's up, Rafael? How you feeling, brother?
Oh, yes, Mr. Parcero Philly. I'm very excited because right now, the last week right now, it is on because right now, they just bring the passion of the Major League Soccer and it's back right now. And right now, this Saturday, which is this weekend, oh, it's going to be a battle because right now, there's going to be the first ever Cholo F Football Club at home season opener against the Los Angeles Galaxy with Chicharito Hernandez, which is amazing. And right now, there's a fun fact about it because, well, over the last two games between Nashville and also DC United, it seems like, well, they lost it, but they just started. They just get it started. And for that reason, because there is a lot of players that have been were very good, had the possession of the ball, and of course they had a great defense that I'm looking for because that's when it comes to the first season, when it comes to well to inaugural season, it sounds like well, there's so many things that we'll building about better. And of course, the defense there never lies. And right now, there's one guy. There's a lot of players like Uruguay, of Costa Rica, Ecuador, and also Christian McCoon. He became well after being like Juventus and also Inter Miami. He was right there at the Cholo F Football Club. But it's gonna be like a shocking moment for now because Cholo Football Club has defined us well because they had a defense and about it and about the home and away games. So it's gonna be important. And the other thing that about the Venezuela's being about here on the Major League Soccer, because right now Giovanni Sarase is gonna be on the sixth season at the Portland Timbers, and they're gonna win the championship against losing at the final of New York City. But he is his second team as a coach. Is like for over 100 games because the first team it was the New York Cosmos. He was a 142. But right now he's doing for the Portland Timbers for 10. But I think it's gonna be like amazing because there'll be a lot of persons right now on that home opener game between Charlotte Football Club versus Los Angeles Galaxy because they gotta be careful about the Los Angeles Galaxy because right now for the Javier Chicharito Hernandez, he's became the man of the portraits, and he became the man of the all. So they got to be careful about the defense of the Los Angeles Galaxy. And of course, even though it's all about the Philly sports, and I got to tell you something. 2 April is going to be Philadelphia United versus Charlotte Football Club, which is the first one, and it's going to be on Philadelphia because that's for a away game. And I had to wait until October 1st, which is the last game of Charlotte Football Club, which is had to fight with Philadelphia Union at the Bank of America Stadium. So it might happen. So it's gonna be It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, man. Listen, hey, listen. We always welcome MLS talk. We welcome all sports talk on here, man. And it's interesting because with Charlotte, it's tough because we've had these expansion teams come in the league. Obviously, not everyone is going to be Atlanta United coming in the league and already being a playoff team, winning MLS Cups and winning U.S. Open Cups. But we do expect a little bit of competition, and it's been tough because you obviously have Charlotte, you had Austin, you had Inter Miami all come into the league and just start off not in the way that we anticipate. I think you could add FC Cincinnati to that as well. And it's tough for you guys. You guys had more than enough time to kind of get this team together. And just just looking over the glimpse, reading the important stats of that game, you guys actually were evenly matched in that game. I mean, you guys had more possession. You guys had a lot of freaking passes. It just seems like DC was just putting you guys into traps, and you guys just fell for it, and they kind of pounced on it, and were able to convert on 3 goals. It's what happens when you're an experienced team. It's gonna be a rough year, and I think for all the Charlotte FC fans, it's important to stay resilient. Obviously, here in Philly, we went through 10 years of mediocre soccer, and we started now at feeling the fruits of the labor from that. I don't think it'll take 10 years for you guys. I think it will take some time. And it's definitely tough. And especially when you look at our conference, Rafael, the Eastern Conference, just like the NBA, it's a very tough
Yes.
conference. There's a lot of good teams, not just us here in Philly. You saw what Atlanta did yesterday. Now, I think that's a little bit too far overboard. I mean, that was a nice 3-1 win, but it's a long season. I don't know if Atlanta can keep up with that, but we'll see about that. NYCFC still pretty solid, although they lost yesterday. We got a lot of good teams in this conference, Orlando City as well. And for Charlotte, it's just about just going through the bumps and the bruises and learning. It's just going to be a long learning experience from this team. And I think for you guys, 2-3 years down the line, that's when you guys should be keeping your eyes forward to. But just enjoy, set the culture now. I saw great group of fans showed up to DC game 1, and just keep building the foundation, man.
Yeah, because we just lost against DC United at 3-0 because it was apparently a goal between a source of friendly joy, but well, it happened for the first time because when it happens the first game at the Charlotte Football Club because it became the inaugural season. So it was just like a lot of joy about it, but well, it seems like they had the loss about it. So no matter what happens today, what happens about the season right now, I'll give it like confidence, and no matter what happens, they keep it look forward. They keep look forward about it because it was just like similar to what happened of the Charles Hornets when the on inaugural game way back in the 80s, because it was a game between Charlotte Hornets versus Cleveland Cavaliers, who blasted for 40 points at the first night at the Old Charlotte Coliseum. So it's just like very similar about that. But I think that well, it's gonna be like an important, and that defense is gonna be solid right now. So I give it a lot of confidence about now. So it seems that well, there's no tomorrow, there's gonna be today, and for me, it's gonna be happening. And right now, the commissioner of the Charlotte Football Club is about to expected about breaking a record about the opening season of at home against Los Angeles Galaxy. It's gonna be fantastic, but it seems that well, Los Angeles Galaxy had a better defense, and of course, have Chicharito Hernandez. So it's gonna be a tie. It's gonna be a win, but I hope I'm gonna see that game between Charlotte Football Club versus Los Angeles Galaxy will be the first ever because
Yeah.
yes, it's gonna be there. So I was really excited because right now the football at the NFL it's is ending because right now the off season, and I'm
Right.
hoping that I miss the baseball, but the only point is the Major League Soccer because right now Chola has a football club,
That's
and I
right.
love that. And I love that. So I'm not too worried about it about the baseball because I know the baseball is coming back, but right now the most important thing about it's the soccer, it's the football.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For right, I mean, if you're a Charlotte fan, for sure, it's all
Yes.
about the horn. It's all about Charlotte FC, man, for sure.
Yes.
And Carolina
Yes.
Hurricanes are a solid hockey team too. I know it's out in
Yes. Yes,
That
it
should be
is.
the fun, man.
Hmm.
Hey, listen, Rafael, we're gonna hop off. We're gonna get some other people here, but it's always a pleasure talking to Don Rafael. We'll talk soon, brother. All right.
Always a pleasure, Parcero Philly. Take care.
Yes,
Yes.
you too. Don Rafael checking on him, man. And look, it's funny because his Panthers came in '95. Great expansion draft. The Jags and the Panthers really benefit off of that and had great seasons. It's not always going to be like that. I mean, NFL, NHL, MLS, they all kind of learn from these expansions. Although it is fun having your Carolina Panthers, your Jacksonville Jaguars, your Florida Panthers, your Las Vegas Knights, your Atlanta United's coming into the league and having so much success. You can't have that for your expansion teams all the freaking time. So that they always learn, and unfortunately, they kind of fall into that as well. I'm so sorry, TikTok. Wanted to give Rafael his get his time in here, but let's get back to your questions. We need a veteran receiver to help. I 100% agree with you. I think that's where we will go. It's off season. I think we will bring in a receiver, safety within free agency, and then I think we will get another free agent, whether it be I'll say defensive line, and then I'll go running back. I think we'll go a running back free agent there. Kuko said I apologize. What's going on? What's going on, Ku? You going to Harden's debut? I will not be going to Harden's debut. I will be here. I will be doing our live game recap. I'm going away this weekend. So this weekend, guys, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there won't be any content being brought out. I will be in Maine, so taking a little vacation, but I will not be at the Harden debut, man. But you catch the live game recap here this Wednesday. What's up, Juan? What's going on, brother? I appreciate you always checking in, man. Appreciate the love, brother. Actually, you know what? Let's make Juan a moderator for sure. Nolik, I see. I don't think it's actually Jack's fault because he was in the right spot. I didn't say it was Jack's fault. No. I wasn't saying. What I said was Olivier. I'm sorry. Jakob and Jack were put in tough spots because Olivier's a mistake. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't think it was their faults. I think Kai could have better space recognition on that goal. But it is what it is, man. Be it the Sixers versus Bucks. Hey, man, you enjoy your time there, Juan. You enjoy your time. Bizo was in the wrong spot in the semis. Sean's NY. Yeah. Listen, that's why if you and Nolik, if you want, I do have that game recap out now. That is on my YouTube channel. We already discussed this Saturday after the game. You can check that out. But look, Mbizo is in a really short leash this season. We all know how the season ended last year for the Union. He was a big part of that downfall. And for this year, he's got to start off on the right. No, he's got to show us that he can do this. And on affecting the attack, he could definitely do it. But tracking back on defense is where he really struggles. And this is not how you want to start off your campaign. Too many mistakes throughout the game. It just wasn't that goal. Just throwing the ball, turning the ball over. Not tracking back enough defense and not getting up. That was a weird part about it. Both him and Kai did not get up high enough in the attack to create width in the attack as well. And they had nice opportunities like that. And for whatever reason, they weren't taking advantage of it. And that was crazy as well, man. I appreciate you, Juan. I appreciate the love, brother. I appreciate it, man. I'm going to Union game. Let's set it up, bro. Yeah, Juan. I'm gonna try to go as many this year. It was tough for me on Saturday. I'm going on vacation this weekend, guys. I wanted to get as much content in as before I go on vacation, so I couldn't go Saturday. But once the weather gets nice, I'll definitely be out there for more games for the Union. But we'll definitely be there, man. I'm going to the Union game March 12th. Is that San Jose? I believe that's San Jose's game. Let me double check here. Right? That's the San Jose game, right? Of course, I can look it up now. The Philadelphia Union. Correct. The San Jose game. We welcome back Jamiro Montero to that game, and that should be a lot of freaking fun. And we'll see what Jamiro does against. What did Jamiro do against, or I guess week 1, right? Match day 1. Excuse me. They played against the Red Bull, lost 3-1 against the Red Bull. It's not how you want to start off your season, Matthias. Not how you want to start it off. Wow. Okay, so they started Jamiro as the center forward in a 3-4-3. That is not good. And they got Eric Remedi from Atlanta. I didn't even know they got Eric. Holy crap. That's a pretty solid pickup, but yikes, that is rough, man. That is absolutely rough. They started Jackson Ewell as a center back. They started Francisco Calvo as one of the other center back. What is he doing? Wait, where's Thompson? Where's Tommy Thompson? He came up as wait, what is going on in San Jose? What the hell? I'm like literally shocked right now. And New York lines up in a 3-4-2-1. Their version of a Christmas tree, I guess. But yikes, man, that's not. You got Jeremy Abobasi as well, and you line up in that formation. I don't know. If you ask me, guys, he's gonna get axed, man. Matias Almeida's gonna get. Paxton and Jack are my favorite players. Amen. We love those young. We definitely love those young. Press Monday's great, man. They beat the Suns yesterday in Phoenix. What's happening, Luke? What's happening? All right, guys, I gotta go. I have only a short amount of time until I can get to the gym. So guys, thank you so much for tuning on in. It was another fun. We got 40 minutes in this today. 40 minutes in. That's the longest we've done in a while. But thank you so much for checking on. Ian, I see you in the backstage. We'll have you on in the next one, my brother. We do have to hop on off. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back at it tomorrow for the Flyers game recap. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.